Hey guys, in this video, we will be looking at agent teams and sub-agents in Claude Code, when to use sub-agents that run in their own context window, and when to use agent teams that actually communicate with each other. So let's jump into this. Now we'll compare the sub-agents versus agent teams. These are just, as I mentioned, two ways to run. So you have the sub-agents where the workers report back, and the agent teams where teammates talk to each other. So let's wasting your time. I found this on the Claude Code docs. You can go to the build with Claude. There's a lot of good information here, and you will find the run agent teams here. And from there, you will see, you will get a lot of information, which we will also look into at the end of the video. And here you can see how the messages move. There is some stuff here that is missing. We will look at it in the end of the video. So sub-agents, basically it's hub and spoke. You have a main agent that spawns up a sub-agent, and you see how communication moves. It's moving only between the main and the sub-agent. That's it. That's all you need to understand, to be honest, for now. And then the agent teams, this is just a talking mesh. You have the lead here that spawns up the different teammates with their own context, and they live in their own world, basically independently, and they just talk to each other, and they self-coordinate. Most important, they share a task list, which we will look deeper into at the end. Do you really need workers to talk to each other? This is how you choose. On the Claude Code docs, you actually need to decide if they need to talk to each other. Yes, use an agent team, because then you will have the discussion, you will have the debate, and they will be coordinating on their own. As you will see, we can also use hooks to make sure that there is a quality in what is being generated and how the debate is going on. If you don't need this, sub-agents are your friends, because they just run in parallel and report back to the main agent or the orchestrator agent. Quick differences. When it comes to the context window, the sub-agents have their own context window. They run and return the answer or the result to the main agents. Agent teams, they have their own. This is basically just running different Claude instances. You have your own window. They are fully independent, and they can talk to each other as teammates do in real life, to be honest. And these ones here, they just report back to the main agent. You hire them, they don't talk to the other employees, they just do the work and report back to you. When it comes to coordination, main agent manages all the work, as you will see in the documentation. And the shared task list is what is controlling what the agent teams do. So they go back, they work independently, go to the task list and the tasks to do tasks for them, and then complete it, task completed, and then next thing, and discuss with the rest of the teammates. What is this best for? It's best for focused work where only the result matters. So you really don't need to talk to each other again. This is important. I'm saying it a couple of times. It's work requiring discussion. The keyword here is discussion. In Lost, if you think about it, here we are running own context window. So you have 3 sub-agents. They're just running in their own context window, and they just report back. There is no tokens in discussing with each other and getting to consensus. So you save a lot of tokens when you use sub-agents. When you use agent teams, there is a higher cost because each teammate is a full instance of Claude. What are the moving parts in the agent teams? As you can see here, you have the team lead. This is the main session. So this team lead create the teammates and work, give them context, and also from there, the next thing is the teammates. So once the team lead is in place, team lead can actually spawn the teammates. They just creates them, and each one with his own context and tasks. What are tasks? These are shared work items. And here each teammate can actually go and get their work item, complete, and continue doing this automatically. How these agents talk to each other, there is a mailbox. This is the messaging system that routes between agents. If you remember this one here, you can see that it's a mesh. So you need the message box so that they can get to move messages between each other and the team lead. Some hooks that you can use to enforce quality. You have the idle, teammate idle. This is when a teammate is about to go idle, you just exit with code 2 and send feedback to keep it working. Task created, if there is a new task, this runs when a task is being created, and then you have the task completed. So remember to use this, and this will be used actually to make sure that things are quality checked and they are done before it's completed. So this is really good to use so that you don't leave everything to the model itself. These are sub-agents. You can see here we actually clearly state 3 sub-agents that one does the backend, one scans the middleware, and one checks the tests. So this will all run their independent lookups. There is no discussion. It's the summaries. It's the answer back to the main agent. Then we have the teammates. These are, take for example, a competing hypothesis. So here we are using the debate. So we want them to talk to each other. We have 5 teammates and they're investigating the hypothesis. You can ask it to act like a scientific debate. And here the cross-talking is the key. It will debate the findings, and then the consensus that emerges will be presented to you, or they will continue working until the task is done from the task list. So key takeaways: when you have, if you only need to report back to your main agent and they are very defined and you don't need the tasks are not connected, you can use sub-agents cheaper. If you need to share context, you need to talk to each other or debate, agent teams. The agent teams costs more because, as you already know, their own instances, of Claude. The best practice here is start with 3 to 5 teammates and give clear context to each. And also back to the hooks. Remember to use the hooks to define the quality. So I promise that I will show you the documentation, and you can see here Claude Code docs built with Claude. And once you compare these two, you will see that the sub-agents, they have a main agent here, and then the sub-agents are spawned and they do their own work and report the result back to the main agent. On the other hand, you have the agent teams that runs the main agent, which is the team lead, and assigns tasks and spawns the team. So the team lead knows who's in the team. The shared task list is here. You communicate and claim tasks, and once it's done, again, the work is always done here. So they are working independently, but they're also communicating with each other, which is quite important. This is the part which you don't have in the sub-agents. This is the part where the value lies when using agent teams, because you will have the debates until they reach consensus. So that is the main difference between these two. And remember, when you are using agent teams, the token cost is much higher. And when using sub-agents, it's lower because you're just running 3 parallel agents that don't speak to each other in their own context window, but they always return to the main agent. So that's the biggest difference here. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I appreciate you all. Remember, if you haven't hit the like and the subscribe button, hit those buttons, and I will continue pushing these types of videos. If you have any suggestions, drop them down in the comment section, and I will make sure I read and try to create those videos. See you in the next video, guys.